I'm coming to you in the dark, sort of, for a very special reason, but you'll have to wait and see what it is. Well, we now begin our new year of learning, and our specific curriculum is called Believe. We want you to know what you believe as a Christian. Number one is God. Yes, God is amazing. God is eternal. And God is three persons. One God, three persons. However, they are co-equal, which means they're all equal with each other, and they are co-eternal. So they've always been here. One didn't create another one. They've all been, and yet they're one. And to make sense of it, we often use the word Trinity, which means three in one. But before we get into what we know about God, here are the things that we know that he's not. Number one, I have some slime, some ooey gooey slime. Well, obviously God is not slime. However, the Trinity is not three pieces of the same thing in three different modes. So God is different. Even though they are co-equal, they're still different. The next error in understanding God is that God the Father is the super big God, and Jesus is the super medium God, and the Holy Spirit is the super little part. But that is not correct either, because they do submit to the will of the Father, as we remember from the life of Jesus, but they are co-equal. So they're all fully God. Pretty cool. And then the last one that people confuse with is that they're actually three separate gods. So Christians worship three separate gods. That is not correct. We worship one God. And in order to kind of illustrate this, I thought I would talk about first a Lego. So when we, the created, try to talk about God, it's like a Lego guy trying to describe a human. He doesn't have guts, he doesn't have muscles, he doesn't have eyeballs that spin. And even when you look at a hand, a Lego guy's hand just is a plastic piece that's yellow or white or brown or green or whatever they decide to make it, and all it does is spin. Well, that's considered a hand, and yet that's not really a hand. This is a hand. A hand has muscles and fingernails and creases and grooves and blood and bones, and on mine I have some hair. And it can do all these super cool maneuvering and spin around. Well, that's kind of like, we're like the Lego guys trying to describe God. It gets really confusing. So I thought I would use fire. So let's say that you have a fire, and when you look at the fire, there are different colors inside the fire. If you pull the yellow fire out, it's still fire, even though it's yellow. However, yellow fire is not blue fire. And if you pull the blue fire out of the fire, it's not the yellow fire, nor is it the green fire. And yet it's still fully fire. You touch that thing, you're gonna get burned. You're gonna get heat from it. You're gonna get light from it. And God gives heat, he gives light, he is the light. So it's pretty cool. All right, boys and girls, well, hopefully that gets us ready for our lesson when we talk about creation. So I need for you to sit up straight. I need you to point your nose right up here and freeze until your teacher tells you what to do next.
Believe. I know that sounds like a cat poster, but it's true.